Have you ever wondered what it's like to be the richest person on Earth? Not just by a billion, but by a trillion? Meet Elon Musk, the man who continues to defy expectations, reshape industries, and amass unimaginable wealth. As Tesla's longest-standing CEO and the mastermind behind SpaceX, X, and more, Musk has cemented himself as a business legend. And now, with a staggering net worth of $402 billion as of February 18, 2025, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, he holds the title of the wealthiest man alive. But beyond the headlines and the groundbreaking ventures, what does Musk's life really look like? How does he spend his fortune? From lavish real estate and high-tech supercars to his ever-mysterious personal life, including his latest romantic entanglements, we're uncovering the extravagant world of Elon Musk. Elon Musk's most unexpected purchase? Over 3,500 acres in Bastrop, Texas. Just outside Austin, this sprawling piece of land, playfully dubbed Snailbrook, a nod to his boring company, is shaping up to be his own little world. The vision? A Texas-style utopia along the Colorado River, complete with prefabricated homes, pools, sports facilities, gyms, and even a charter school. It's like Musk is designing a futuristic town from the ground up. But Texas isn't the only place he's building big. Remember Starbase in Boca Chica? Another ambitious project where SpaceX is literally reaching for the stars. Of course, Musk's version of luxury isn't just about land. Last summer, he was spotted unwinding on the Zeus superyacht off the coast of Greece. This sleek 79-foot beauty boasts 4 luxurious cabins, a modern design, and all the high-end amenities you'd expect, at a jaw-dropping $7,000 per day. From massive private developments to extravagant yachts, Musk embodies the kind of wealth that seems almost unreal. But his life wasn't always this glamorous. Born in Pretoria, South Africa on June 28, 1971. Musk didn't come from extreme wealth. He was an exceptionally bright kid. By 12, he had already built and sold a video game. Yet, growing up under South Africa's apartheid government left him feeling stifled. By 1988, with a Canadian passport in hand, he made his escape. He wanted no part in supporting oppression and saw the U.S. as the land of opportunity. Elon's journey to America started with a stop in Canada, where he enrolled at Queen's University before transferring to the University of Pennsylvania. But he wasn't just there for the college experience. He walked away with degrees in both physics and economics. In 1997, he took it a step further and started a PhD program at Stanford. That lasted all of 2 days before he dropped out, drawn to the endless possibilities of Silicon Valley. His first big idea? Zip2, a company that helped newspapers offer maps and directions, essentially an early version of Google Maps. It was a hit, and in 1999, Compaq bought it for millions. That sale was just the beginning. Musk reinvested his earnings into a new venture, X.com, an online banking startup that eventually evolved into PayPal. Then came the game changer. In 2002, eBay bought PayPal for a staggering $1.5 billion, officially launching Musk into the billionaire club. And what was one of his first splurges? A McLaren F1, a $1 million supercar. He famously wrecked it in an accident, but the experience made him rethink his spending, at least for a little while. But Musk wasn't just about making money. He wanted to change the world. His biggest ambition? Space. Convinced that humanity's survival depended on venturing beyond Earth, he founded SpaceX in 2002. His goal was simple but radical: make space travel cheaper. That vision led to the Falcon 1 in 2006 and the more powerful Falcon 9 in 2010, rockets designed to deliver top-tier performance at a fraction of the usual cost. Then, in 2018, SpaceX made history with the Falcon Heavy, a rocket with twice the payload capacity of its competitors, but at a dramatically lower price. It was a game changer and proved that Musk's vision for affordable space travel wasn't just a dream, it was a revolution in the making. But Elon wasn't stopping there. He introduced the Super Heavy Starship system, a reusable launch system designed to make space travel not just possible, but routine and affordable. This massive rocket isn't just about launching satellites, it's a glimpse into Musk's boldest vision yet. He sees it revolutionizing travel between cities on Earth, building bases on the Moon, and one day, even establishing a human colony on Mars. Test flights kicked off in 2020, proving that when Musk sets his sights on something, he doesn't just talk about it, he makes it happen. As CEO of SpaceX, he's not just the boss, he's the chief designer, overseeing everything from the Falcon rockets to the Dragon spacecraft to Starship. His company isn't just launching rockets for fun. NASA has contracted SpaceX to build the lander that will take astronauts back to the Moon by 2025 as part of the Artemis program. But space wasn't the only frontier Musk wanted to disrupt. He saw the future in electric cars, and Tesla became his next revolution. Tesla wasn't originally his brainchild. It was founded in 2004 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, but once Musk got involved, everything changed. Under his leadership, the company transformed into a global powerhouse. Tesla's first real head-turner was the Roadster in 2006. Unlike the clunky electric cars of the past, this was sleek, sporty, and fast, with a 245-mile range and a 0 to 60 time that rivaled gas-powered sports cars. It shattered the myth that EVs were boring. With momentum building, Tesla secured major funding by 2010, paving the way for the launch of the Model S sedan in 2012 and the Model X SUV in 2015, both of which were massive hits. But the Model 3 in 2017, that was Musk's true game changer, an electric car designed for the masses. It didn't just sell well, it became the best-selling EV of all time, proving that electric cars weren't just a niche market anymore. Once Musk had made his billions, he didn't hold back on the luxury. His first big splurge? A $17 million Bel Air mansion in Los Angeles, complete with a gym, wine cellar, and enough space to make anyone jealous. But that was just the beginning. He expanded his empire with a ranch-turned-private school for his kids, plus 2 more Bel Air estates, including one that was still under construction. For a while, it seemed like he was fully embracing the billionaire lifestyle his companies had built for him. Unlike other Silicon Valley CEOs who stick to minimalist wardrobes and tech bro uniforms, Musk went in a different direction. No turtlenecks and hoodies for him. He wanted a signature look. He even brought in designer Emily Weiss to craft his image. The vibe, rugged, vintage Americana, a mix of young Harrison Ford and Paul Newman. His 2018 SXSW appearance cemented the aesthetic. A leather bomber jacket, boots, and big talk about Mars colonization. It wasn't just a fashion choice. It was a statement, a visual extension of his larger-than-life ambitions. Over time, Musk ditched the stylists, and his look became a little more effortless, but still uniquely Musk. These days, it's all about oversized graphic tees and tapered jeans, a laid-back swagger that somehow just works. Of course, cars have always been another of his obsessions, especially fast, exotic ones. His '67 Jaguar E-Type is legendary, even if it gave him plenty of trouble over the years. His everyday lineup? Audi Q7, Porsche 911, BMW M5, all sleek, all powerful. And then there are the wilder purchases, like the Lotus submarine car from a James Bond movie, which he reportedly dropped nearly $1 million on. Lately, though, Musk's biggest obsession isn't real estate or cars, it's Twitter. He first joined back in 2009, slowly built a massive following, and then, in 2022, made his boldest move yet, buying the entire platform. But between the $44 billion price tag and the chaos he's stirred up since taking over, even for Musk, this might be one of his biggest challenges yet. Elon Musk and controversy go hand in hand. In 2018, he shook up Wall Street with a tweet claiming he was taking Tesla private at $420 a share, and that funding was secured. Turns out, it wasn't. The SEC wasn't amused, accusing him of misleading investors. What followed was a legal firestorm, lawsuits, boardroom battles, and a messy public dispute. In the end, Musk settled. He stepped down as chairman for 3 years, agreed to have lawyers approve his tweets, and paid a $20 million fine. But if you thought that would keep him quiet, think again. Musk couldn't stay off Twitter. He constantly bashed the platform's moderation policies, calling himself a free speech absolutist. By 2022, his Twitter obsession went beyond rants. It turned into a hostile takeover. First, he quietly bought 9% of the company. Then he dropped a bombshell, a $44 billion offer to buy the whole thing. Twitter's board surprisingly said yes, and Musk acted like he already owned it, talking about new features, killing bots, and shaking things up. Then, out of nowhere, he backed out in July 2022, claiming Twitter lied about spam accounts. Another legal fight erupted. Shareholders weren't having it and forced Musk to go through with the deal. By October 2022, he was officially Twitter's new owner. What followed was absolute chaos. He fired thousands of employees, started charging for verification, axed moderation teams, and even brought back Donald Trump. But instead of a big win, advertisers fled in droves. Undeterred, he rebranded Twitter as X in July 2023, envisioning it as an everything app. Yet Musk's grand plans kept running into major roadblocks. There was still that billion-dollar penalty from his attempt to back out of the Twitter buyout. Then came personal scandals, rumors of an affair with Google co-founder Sergey Brin's wife, plus reports that he secretly fathered twins with a Tesla executive. And that was just 1 month of headlines. Add in lawsuits over racism and sexism at his companies, and his once untouchable reputation took a serious hit. By June 2023, even Musk seemed overwhelmed. He stepped down as Twitter's CEO, taking a step back from the spotlight. The once approachable tech visionary, who used to tweet with fans at all hours, was now meeting with far-right politicians in Italy. From Silicon Valley's biggest disruptor to a walking tabloid scandal, Musk's fall from grace has been just as dramatic as his rise. Elon Musk's inner circle knows exactly how to boost his ego. While in Rome, he attended the Extravagant festival, an event hosted by Italy's right-wing government. But the real highlight? The over-the-top gifts. Celebrity jeweler Ben Baller designed a one-of-a-kind, diamond-studded Tesla ring just for him. Baller couldn't stop gushing about Musk, praising his influence, reminiscing about the Model X Musk once gifted him, and even throwing in a patriotic shout-out to America. The ring, valued at $37,000, was the first custom piece Baller had ever given away for free. Lavish gifts like this fit right into Musk's billionaire lifestyle. Flying commercial? Not a chance. He sticks to his private jets, favoring his Gulfstream G650, big, fast, and perfect for quick trips between California and Texas. And when he lands? Only 5-star accommodations, luxurious suites, first-class service, the works. That is, unless he's in workaholic mode, crashing on the factory floor after pulling an all-nighter. But let's be real. Those moments are the exception. Luxury is his norm. Musk's journey has always been fueled by relentless ambition. From a young age, he wasn't satisfied with the status quo. He imagined a future of electric cars that could rival gas-powered ones, a payment system that would change how people transact, and even life beyond Earth. Of course, the road hasn't been smooth. Legal battles, Twitter meltdowns, and the constant challenge of turning sci-fi visions into reality. It's all part of the Musk experience. But one thing's for sure, He never backs down from a challenge. And unlike your typical billionaire, Musk isn't just hoarding wealth, he's constantly pushing boundaries. Whether it's Tesla redefining electric cars, SpaceX chasing Mars colonization, or even wild ventures like the Boring Company's underground tunnels, he's always moving forward. His fortune isn't just about cash, it comes from his massive stakes in these companies, particularly Tesla. Elon Musk has also become increasingly involved in U.S. politics. In the 2024 election, he emerged as one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters, contributing a staggering $118 million to his campaign. Following Trump's victory, Musk was appointed co-chair of a newly formed advisory group, the Office of Government Efficiency. While this role may not directly boost his personal wealth, it's likely to have an impact on his various business ventures. Tesla's stock, for instance, saw a 12% jump after Trump's win, signaling the potential ripple effects of Musk's political influence. Recently, speculation suggests that Musk has set his sights on the Bristol penthouse in West Palm Beach, a sprawling 19,000-square-foot residence once owned by the late beauty mogul Sydell Miller. If the rumors are true, the deal could come with a hefty price tag exceeding $100 million. Located within the prestigious 25-story Bristol Palm Beach, the penthouse is a symbol of opulence and exclusivity. The high-end condominium complex is renowned for its breathtaking waterfront views and unparalleled luxury. According to its official website, the Bristol offers 3 to 5 bedroom residences ranging from 3,700 to 14,000 square feet, designed to provide both comfort and sophistication. If Musk finalizes the purchase, his new home would feature floor-to-ceiling laminated insulated glass windows, offering stunning, unobstructed views of the Intracoastal Waterway, the Atlantic Ocean, and Palm Beach Island. The penthouse itself boasts state-of-the-art technology and lavish finishes, making it a fitting residence for a billionaire of his stature. In addition to the extravagant living space, the property provides access to private guest suites available for purchase, allowing residents to host visitors in luxury. The Bristol is also equipped with world-class amenities, including spas, fitness centers, infinity pools, garden terraces, and concierge services designed to cater to the elite. Described as a marriage of timeless and contemporary refinement, the Bristol Palm Beach stands as one of Florida's most exclusive condominium properties. Whether Musk moves forward with the purchase remains to be seen, but if he does, it would further cement his presence in the high-powered social circles of Palm Beach. Elon Musk tends to keep his personal life private, but details about his relationships have inevitably made their way into the public eye. He was once married to writer Justine Wilson, with whom he shares 5 children. Wilson, who was by his side for 18 years, has spoken about their time together, noting that one of the keys to becoming a billionaire is an obsessive drive. Musk later married actress Tallulah Riley, but their relationship was anything but steady. The two tied the knot twice and divorced twice within 6 years. He also had a brief but highly publicized romance with actress Amber Heard, who had previously been married to Johnny Depp. His most recent long-term relationship was with singer Grimes, which lasted until 2022. Together, they had 3 children, whose unique and unconventional names sparked widespread discussion. Grimes has explained that each name carries a specific meaning. Since then, Musk has been linked to executive Siobhan Zilis, the mother of 3 of his children. More recently, rumors suggest he may be dating 24-year-old actress Natasha Bassett, though neither has publicly confirmed the relationship. Unlike most billionaires, Elon Musk isn't obsessed with luxury. In fact, he's been known to live in a modest prefab home near his SpaceX facility in Texas. For him, wealth isn't about extravagance, it's about fueling his ambitions. That said, his philanthropic efforts have sparked plenty of debate. His foundation has faced scrutiny, but he's still made substantial donations to causes like science education, renewable energy research, and pediatric health care. He's also pledged to give away large portions of his fortune to tackle global challenges. Musk's approach to philanthropy is anything but conventional, but his influence is undeniable. Critics may scoff at his lavish lifestyle, private jets, sprawling estates, but those are just part of the package when you're building companies that redefine industries. And despite all the controversy, Musk still doesn't take himself too seriously. Just look at his Dogecoin tweets. But beyond the memes and the spectacle, his wealth lets him reinvent the future. Take Snailbrook, Texas. Not just his personal retreat, but a potential testing ground for sustainable living. Or Starship, which isn't just a pet project, it could be humanity's ticket to a multi-planetary future. Musk isn't a perfect CEO or the ideal role model, and he's certainly not humble. But one thing's for sure. He's a visionary who refuses to play it safe. His companies keep pushing innovation, his ideas keep sparking conversation, and his relentless pursuit of the impossible continues to shape the future of technology. Elon Musk has often pondered one of humanity's biggest questions. Where are the aliens? It's a version of the Fermi paradox, the idea that if intelligent life is common in the universe, we should have already encountered it. But we haven't. To Musk, the absence of evidence suggests something profound. Perhaps consciousness is far rarer than we think. He argues that, in the grand timeline of the universe, human civilization barely registers. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old. Earth itself has been around for 4.5 billion years, yet human civilization, with writing as its foundation, has existed for just over 5,000 years. In cosmic terms, that's nothing more than a blink. Musk often jokes about the idea of aliens on Earth. During his time as a U.S. immigrant, his green card was officially called an alien registration card, which he found amusing. But when people insist extraterrestrials are already among us, he remains skeptical. Great, I'd love to meet one. His perspective on civilization's age is unique. He suggests that written records are a key measure of a society's progress. He points to the ancient Sumerians, who developed pre-cuneiform writing around 5,500 years ago, as an example of how fleeting civilizations can be. They were once advanced, yet they disappeared, leaving behind only their texts. For Musk, the fact that humans have yet to encounter any undeniable evidence of intelligent alien life leads to one unsettling possibility. Consciousness itself is incredibly rare, perhaps even temporary. If it were more common, he argues, we would have already seen signs of other advanced civilizations. This raises a deeper question. Does human consciousness extend beyond Earth? Will it ever reach another star system? Or is it simply a brief anomaly, one that could vanish just as quickly as it appeared? Elon Musk has long championed the idea of making humanity a multiplanetary species, and for him, Mars is the best shot at building a new civilization beyond Earth. But are we really ready for such a leap? And what would it mean for the future of humanity if we succeed? Musk believes that if humans can evolve into a spacefaring civilization, expanding beyond a single planet, and eventually even beyond a single star system, we may discover something sobering. Many past civilizations likely never made it that far. He often warns against becoming what he calls a lame one-planet civilization that eventually collapses, lost to time like so many before it. Instead, he envisions a future where science fiction becomes reality, where humanity truly lives among the stars, something akin to Star Trek. That's why he sees an urgent need to establish life beyond Earth. In the entire 4.5 billion year history of the planet, this is the first time it has been possible to extend life and consciousness to another world. And Musk argues that we need to do it while civilization is still thriving, before unforeseen disasters, conflicts, or existential threats make it impossible. For him, Mars is the only real option. And ideally, he says, humanity should make this move before something catastrophic, like World War III, happens. To make Mars a reality, Musk is racing to build big enough rockets to transport both people and resources in large numbers. The ultimate goal is to get enough people and supplies on Mars to make it truly self-sustaining, ensuring that human consciousness continues even if something were to happen to Earth. However, Musk is quick to clarify that this isn't about abandoning Earth. He wants Earth to thrive for as long as possible, but he acknowledges that some threats may be beyond human control. That's why the goal is to establish a Martian civilization as fast as possible. How soon could this happen? Musk believes that with the right advancements, a self-sustaining Mars colony could be a reality within 20 years. Elon Musk envisions a future where thousands of ships regularly depart from Earth to Mars, and the massive Starship factory being built is central to making that happen. The launch sites, both at Cape Canaveral and future locations, will be essential to the plan. What once seemed impossible is now within reach. And as Musk points out, no laws of physics are being broken to achieve it. Since Mars missions are dictated by orbital mechanics, they can only happen every 26 months, a window known as the Hohmann transfer orbit. In fact, Musk has embedded this very concept into SpaceX's technology. If you look at a Starlink router, you'll find a diagram of the Earth to Mars transfer orbit. It's a subtle reminder that every Starlink purchase helps fund humanity's journey to Mars, something Musk finds pretty cool. If everything goes according to plan, every 2 years, thousands of ships would launch from Earth to Mars, creating a spectacle that Musk compares to Battlestar Galactica, but hopefully without the Cylons chasing us. To make this vision a reality, SpaceX plans to build propellant depot ships in orbit. These would function as massive fuel stations, resembling long insulated structures rather than traditional spherical tanks. The process would work like this. Starships would launch from Earth with minimal fuel and a few hundred tons of cargo. Once in orbit, they would refuel using tanker ships docked at the propellant depots. Fully fueled, they would then head to Mars, carrying over 200 tons of useful payload for the colony. Of course, establishing a self-sustaining civilization on Mars is a challenge unlike any before. In the beginning, Musk predicts that settlers would repurpose the materials from landed ships to build structures and infrastructure. Most ships wouldn't return to Earth. But over time, as Mars develops, bringing ships back for reuse would become a priority. For that to happen, fuel production on Mars would be essential. The key is the planet's abundant CO2 atmosphere and underground water ice, which would allow settlers to synthesize methane and oxygen, the exact propellant needed for Starship's engines. This capability is the main reason SpaceX designed Starship to run on methane and oxygen, because it can be produced directly on Mars. Elon Musk paints a bold vision of humanity's future, a self-sustaining civilization on Mars. The plan is simple in concept but monumental in execution. Build propellant depots, bring ships back, and establish a thriving colony as quickly as possible. But this isn't just about sending people. It's about bringing life itself. Musk envisions a future where Earth species, plants, animals, and ecosystems are transported to Mars, ensuring that life continues even if Earth becomes uninhabitable in the distant future. That means manufacturing on a massive scale. If 1 million people make the journey to Mars, they'll need 1 million spacesuits, or more accurately, Mars suits designed for long-term survival. SpaceX is already working on high-mobility suits that would allow settlers to move comfortably without the extreme cost of traditional spacesuits. This is critical because, whether on the Moon or Mars, mobility is key. The real question Musk poses is existential. Do we become a self-sustaining multiplanetary species while we still have the chance? Or do we risk waiting too long? He believes the odds are good, but far from guaranteed. Time is of the essence. Getting people to Mars is one thing, but delivering enough tonnage and equipment to make survival possible is the real challenge. The ultimate test? If the resupply ships from Earth stop coming, can Mars continue to thrive on its own? Musk's latest revelations are staggering, especially when it comes to the sheer scale of what's happening in spaceflight. The amount of mass sent to orbit is growing at an unprecedented rate. Just last year, 1,200 tons of useful payload reached orbit, and that number is expected to increase by 50% this year. When Starship comes fully online, it will change the game completely. Each flight will carry over 100 tons to orbit, with a clear path to exceeding 200 tons through full reusability. But even these numbers will seem small in the long run. To build a city on Mars, SpaceX will need to launch at least 1 million tons into Earth orbit, which translates to about 200,000 tons reaching the Martian surface. Only about 20% of what makes it off Earth actually lands on Mars. The self-sufficiency threshold is daunting. At least 1 million tons of essential supplies will be needed for Mars to truly sustain itself. The challenge isn't just sending raw materials, it's about building entire industries from scratch. It's not enough to ship computer chips. Settlers will need the capability to manufacture computer chip factories. If something as small as a semiconductor supply chain fails, the entire colony could eventually collapse. Musk likens it to a long sea voyage in the age of exploration. If early sailors forgot vitamin C, they could sail for a while, but eventually scurvy would set in, and their bodies would fail. The same logic applies to Mars. Even the absence of a small but critical resource could spell disaster. Elon Musk envisions Mars as humanity's next frontier, a planet that, while currently inhospitable, holds the potential for transformation. He often describes it as a fixer-upper, a world that requires immense effort before it can support life as Earth does. Unlike on Earth, where people can rely on nature to provide food, water, and breathable air, survival on Mars will require advanced technology, careful planning, and relentless innovation. His long-term vision is ambitious. Fleets of starships traveling between Earth and Mars, a thriving Martian city, and a self-sustaining civilization. The idea isn't just to visit Mars, but to make it a second home for humanity. According to Musk, terraforming the planet, essentially reshaping it into an Earth-like environment, comes down to warming it up. Mars already has massive amounts of ice, mostly hidden beneath layers of dust, and there is strong evidence that it once had liquid oceans. If the planet can be heated enough, frozen CO2 would be released into the atmosphere, thickening it and potentially creating conditions more suitable for human life. Unlike on Earth, where climate change is a crisis, on Mars, a little global warming would be welcome. The broader question Musk poses is whether humanity can pass a crucial test, transitioning from a single-planet civilization to a multiplanetary one. He sees this as a defining moment in history, a rare and possibly fleeting opportunity to extend life beyond Earth. While Earth has existed for 4.5 billion years, only now has technology advanced to the point where interplanetary settlement is a real possibility. But Musk warns that this window of opportunity may not remain open indefinitely, and he stresses the urgency of acting while humanity still can. He often reflects on the early days of Earth, when the planet was covered in molten rock, an environment completely uninhabitable for life as we know it. Even now, he points out, Earth remains a world of lava beneath a fragile crust. The thin, habitable surface we take for granted is a delicate balance, one that won't last forever. For those curious about Musk's vision, a subtle clue lies in an unexpected place, on the Starlink router. Engraved on the device is a Hohmann transfer diagram, a blueprint for how a spacecraft can efficiently travel from Earth to Mars. It's a small but telling detail, symbolizing his belief that space travel isn't just a dream. It's a pathway to ensuring the survival of human consciousness in an unpredictable universe.